Bueno, gente, os aviso, hoy toca directo en inglés, así que vais a aprender inglés un poquito hoy, los que seáis de España, a practicarlo. Bienvenidos, como siempre, a vuestro canal de Twitch favorito de fitness y calistenia, sobre todo de calistenia. Y bueno, que como sabéis, estamos aquí en Twitch, en SWUB/TeamBioco, como cada miércoles, y que además tenemos contenido también que iremos resubiendo en YouTube. Si lo estás viendo desde YouTube, deja tu pedazo de like y comentario. Y también lo subimos, como sabéis, a Spotify en formato de podcast. Además, cada miércoles a partir de a las 2:30 hay un nuevo artículo en la web del Team Bioco, así que ya sabéis, seguidnos en todas las redes sociales para no perderos nada. Y bueno, hoy tenemos con nosotros a Simon M. Hauser y Daniel Flefield. Así que, welcome guys. It's nice to have you here. I just was just reminding all the people that we have all the social networks working right now, like Twitch and YouTube, and they can follow us on on every social network if they don't want to miss anything. How you doing, Javi? How's your English today? Muted. Javi's muted because he don't want to speak English, so yes, the typical trick.
We can't hear you.
You have to rejoin, I think.
But the camera is crispy. Yeah, at least.
Let's try. Let's try it again. So we are here mainly to announce the. Okay, yes, Javi.
Vale, now?
Yes.
Vale. It's a trick for don't talk in English. I think my English today it will be better than the last live. I hope it.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm improving my English. I'm learning.
But that's good. It's good.
Thanks. So let's go. We are going to translate all the conversation like in to the people who talks in Spanish. Who are
I think.
the viewers.
¿Dices que lo vamos a hacer o que
sí lo vamos a hacer?
¿Que lo vamos a hacer?
Sí, explícalo
Vale.
para que lo entienda.
Vale. So finally we are going to translate during the streaming the conversation for the people who doesn't understand English. Okay. I will try my best to make it dynamic and everything because it's kind of messy when we have to translate everything, but we'll try to do our best. So here we have to announce the new stage of the SWUB 6 that is going to take part next week, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if it's not.
In 16 days or 17 days.
Okay, so
it's 1, 2, and
weeks
3 of December, no?
Yeah, 1st to 3rd of December.
Maybe I will be here. We'll be there.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
I don't know how you do it.
I will remember that you said this.
Yes.
I'm
everyone in the live
looking for.
We said there is coming.
I'm looking for the flights because it's very expensive, but I hope.
Yeah.
I don't know where are you getting all the money to do all the trips and everything, but I just, if you need a man to help you and everything, you can count on me. You pay. And,
Brother,
and it will work.
I can help you with the business.
Okay, perfect. So, Beast of the Bus, how you doing with all the preps and everything? Do you have everything done, or you still have something pending to confirm? How are you doing with the event?
So, like normal, all the events, athletes in the last second can jump out. So I think that's the biggest issue. They have either injury or somehow decided that they've changed their mind. But that's the normal. I already counted that in. But everything else is planned. We're making more content, just preparing, hyping it up to end the year the best way possible. and a lot of people are excited for Beast of the Bar, which makes me extremely happy. As I'm doing Beast of the Bars to just bring the community closer, make a great event so people have memories for life.
Nice.
How many years have you been doing this event?
So 2018, I did it with another guy. He had organized a calisthenic competition at this expo for like 7 years or something. And then I said, wait, this can become so much bigger, because if you look for Beast of the Bars 2018, you'll see a video of the competition, and it's nothing to what we have today, you know. It's really like they put a bar, no mat, it was, nothing, not even chairs for the audience, nothing. And I said to the expo, like, listen, I think it's better if I do it alone. I have bigger goals with this. And 2019, they were like, they didn't believe, you know, what can be better. Like, they don't understand calisthenics, but I sold in the dream, and they said, okay, let's put in more effort to this. And then 2019, that became really good, which then we all know the big event of the year came with everyone staying at home. So it fucked up all my plans. Where I wanted to do 4 competitions every year. But then we had the break, and 2022 said, okay, let's do it again. And people were still hyped. So I was happy for that. And this year, people are even more hyped. So, yeah.
Nice.
And how do you think this year is better than the previous years?
I think because, 2022 was the first year where people went out to expos, went out to really visit the world again after the lockdown. And I don't think everyone really put their money to travel to do this stuff as before. And I think this year, 2023, people like, hey, I want to do stuff. I want to see all the events. I want to travel. I want to experience stuff again. So I think it will be bigger than it was last year, because we have hyped it up, and we did a lot. We did so much better even 2000, last year, that people want to come back. We had I think total of 200 applications for this competition.
Okay, so nice.
Yeah.
Vale, Rodrigo, ¿qué hacemos? Sorry, we are thinking that if we are going to translate it, because
if we have to translate everything that Daniel
it's very hard
during these 5 minutes, is going to be crazy. So I think maybe we shouldn't translate, and then on the YouTube video and everything, if we can put subtitles or anything, that will help the people to understand. If you don't understand, if you are in the chat and you don't understand something in particular, we will be reading the chat, so you can ask and I'll try to translate that part. But if we are going to be translating, the podcast could be doubled, because we have to say everything 2 times. So I think it's going to be messy.
Vale, ahora lo explicamos en español, Rodrigo, porque si no, la gente que habla español y no lo haya entendido no tiene sentido.
Traduce tú, porque yo no me acuerdo lo que he dicho.
Chicos, que vamos a hacerlo todo en inglés en directo. Si alguien no entiende algo, alguna parte en específico, que lo pregunte. Vamos a estar leyendo el chat y lo explicaremos, porque si no, se hace muy pesado estar traduciendo los 5 minutos que habla cada persona. ¿Vale? So let's continue. We need to...
Did you know that YouTube have auto translation with voice now?
Yeah, and there is a IA that makes it.
Yes, but it has to take my English and Harry's English, and I don't think that's an easy thing for the AI.
So,
so how are you doing? Besides the problems with the people that's going to compete and suddenly jump off a few days before, judges and everything, you have this close up, or you still have to close something up for the competition?
The judges, everyone that is working there, everything that needs to be done when it comes to preparing for the competition, so to say, besides the athletes, are done. So it's just, preparation for the live stream, fixing the graphics, having the material going out with all the information. A lot is coming out this week and also next week. So with all of that, I just, I wrote down everything that I did last year, so I can just copy and do it again, and not think, I need this and this, and I prepared a lot, which makes it a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can. That's what experience is about. You already know what do you need to prepare this kind of competition, and if you have to change something just to make it better, you just can do it. But you have all the basis for preparing this competition, so it's nice. And I just want to know, because you said that you wanted to do 4 competitions per year. So how are you doing with that goal?
Like, I start with that goal now. I also plan with 4 different competitions. So one would be, the famous Daniel License video with Game of Bars?
Yes.
I was supposed to do a competition like that. Everything was planned. We had the date. We have the athletes flying out and everything. And then exactly that month, when everything locked down, boom, that's when I was supposed to have the competition.
So it's the Game of Bars, when one athlete throw a combo and the other one has to replicate it, and if not, they get a B.
Yeah.
Nice. That's
so I had the concept. I had the concept for that. That would be the first one, in a competition, but it was fun. We had all the crazy athletes. It was fun, Then I want team battles, also to have 2 versus 2. So the concept would be like, let's say you have total of 2 or 3 minutes and you can tag each other. So let's say you do a combo, boom, and then you change with the other goes in, and then you change with the other. It will be really dynamic and fast, but they have these 2 minutes or whatever, 1 minute, and then against another couple.
Mm-hmm. That would be really strategical as well, because you have to manage the rest and everything with your partner, and it adds something special to the competition. I like the concept.
Yeah.
And yes, go ahead. Are you going to say anything, something, Daniel?
Yeah, then I can't remember the third, but the last one was the big one, in the expo. That was the plan.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And how about you, Simon? How are you going through the prep and everything for the competition? We can tell that you're setting your level even higher, because we can see it on your Instagram and everything.
Socials. Yeah.
Yes, and with new amazing tricks.
Thank you. I think you're looking at the double front flip on P-bars. I think that's like the biggest goal I had for a while. And it's also been nice after SWUB and after competition in Poland. I've been taking a break for a few months just to focus on training and everything. And in freestyle, there are some skills that I've been training on getting new. And especially in statics, it's been sort of a game changer, because when you have a bit more time, you can plan your workouts. So definitely feel like my static game has been increasing a lot.
You have something new in statics too.
To some degree, it's not necessarily new, but just way better. For example, planche presses and straight bar planche and things have been way more cleaned up and feel more solid with them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are waiting. We are waiting to see another time Simon versus Lycans.
Yeah.
I mean, do you like these versus?
Yeah, I love it. He's one of those people that I feel like I'm just proud of being on the stage with him. And it also means that I take away all the competition vibes. For me, it's more like, let's just give it my all and being proud of being there. I don't know, when you meet people that are just at that high level, it pushes yourself as well. Like, if I were to meet him or Daniel Christov or something like that, I need to give it my all, because otherwise there's no way I'm even got a chance to win. So it would be pretty sick, because this time I've been training my front flip regrab a bit more. So hopefully it would catch that.
Yes, for sure. And how do you train for these kind of tricks that are more risky, that involve freestyle, for example, in the P-bars?
Like freestyling P-bars, it's, I don't know, like the front flip regrab on P-bars, it's one of those skills that are a bit more solid, in my opinion, if you train it a lot. And the thing with P-bars is that, let's say I get over rotation or something, I usually will land on like my arms or something. So to some degree, I can't save it because I'm always staying above the P-bars. Whereas like front flip on the high bar stuff, it's, if you don't catch it, like you're going straight down to the ground. It's definitely like with all freestyle in general, it just takes a lot of practice. And I try to every session, like I start with the hard skills. So I just make sure I land my regrab at least once. I make sure I land the frisbee once. I make sure I land my front flip regrab on P-bars once. And always just have that as a routine. And when I'm done with that, then I can start throwing combos and play around a bit more.
And when it comes to...
People are afraid of the freestyle, but the bars are afraid of him because he can break them.
Yes, totally. Yeah, that's true. But
Who's the boss?
talking about how do you prepare for having these kind of tricks for the first time, do you have some progressions with the mats or something like that, or do you just send it?
A lot of mats. I think when it comes to those big moves like front flip regrab, the first on straight bar now, the first thing I did was train in a foam pit. Actually, we had access to it a while back, and most of these tricks, if you get like the first rotation part and you don't land on your neck, you're pretty much good. And if you do like one solid attempt, you don't need to grab it or anything, just don't die. Then that sets the foundation of just starting to repeat it and repeat it. And the front flip regrab is one of those skills that if you don't hold enough time, you're probably just going to do it dismount. So it's a lot about like knowing, all right, I will release it a bit, like I will hold the bar a bit longer. And every time you get a bit closer, and eventually you're in the position where you're actually grabbing it. So that's the way with flips. And then some skills, of course, is just like sending it. When I started with the frisbee, it's like I didn't even know how to progress in it. It's like either it's a side flip or it's like nothing. So that one was a bit more sanded, but then of course I put mats everywhere because I don't want to die yet.
What do you think is your hardest skill, or the skill you is hard for you?
Hard for me, I would say at the moment, like double front flip on P-bars. It's a bit inconsistent. I landed it. The session I landed it, I got it like 2 or 3 times. The session after that, I got it like once. And then now 2 sessions in a row, it's been like, I've been close to landing it, but not fully. So that one is still a bit shaky. And then the front flip, like on the straight bar, like the giant to front flip regrab, I feel like that one is, even if I've done it like over 100, 200 times, you still don't really know where you are in the air. It's a lot of just muscle connection. Like I never see where I am. It's just, all right, from this point, I sort of feel like when I should release it, but it's never 100%. I think the front flips are a bit risky.
Okay.
So, and how do you think for that you're facing this competition? How are your feelings on your level right now? You're like just perfect with no injuries and everything just perfect?
No injuries at the moment. I did have a sickness like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I had first like something with my stomach, so I was actually in the hospital for a short period. But gladly didn't have to operate anything or fix it. And then I got like a flu for 3 weeks, so I was off for a period. But at that time, I just like ate as much protein as I could and tried to just maintain the body. So it maybe like took 1.5 week maximum to get back. And to be honest, right now I feel like I'm more powerful than ever. And freestyle has been also like the most consistent. I've had most of the training. I've been landing the things I want to land, and it's been feeling pretty damn good. So I'm excited to be on the stage again.
So the goal would be to come back to the SWUB 6 by winning
Yeah.
this competition.
Yeah, the SWUB 6 was definitely like SWUB 5. I still love it, even though I got kicked out in the first battle. It was still one of the most like crazy events I've been to. Just the people, the hype. Yeah, I'm really happy with the competition.
What did you feel when the speaker announced your name and you go out on the stage and saw all the people?
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like this is the time where you should not like trip on something. This is the time where you actually need to land your stuff, because you never had so many people looking at you right now, paying so much attention. Even though, I got a like few 100,000 people on social media, I feel like even if it's on the phone, it's not like they are analyzing me that much. But when you're on the stage and competing, everyone is literally looking for everything. I bet there's people in the crowd, they're sitting there with the clocks like, okay, that wasn't the 3-second hold. Oh, he didn't have his toes pointed or like legs straight and stuff. So I feel like it's a bit more pressure in competition. So my thought was just do what you do in training and don't fail.
And how do you manage this pressure?
To be honest, like every competition it's a bit better, but I am always a small part of me that's nervous, and always a small part that's always going to be hard to control. It's definitely better with each competition. You start to learn like how to use the adrenaline and all the hype. Because my statics, for example, my static is always the best in competition. And that's because I've learned to use the adrenaline to gain more power. Whereas my freestyle is still a bit risky. Like when I had this increased dopamine and adrenaline, it sort of screws me over a bit. So I think it's just a matter of being in a lot of competition, getting used to it, and knowing how to handle pressure.
And do you have like things you do always before the competition? Like some people hear music, some people like do things in how he is going to do in the competition.
Yeah, I've actually been for 5 years. It's not only for competition, but I do it there as well. I just listen to like motivational speakers, and it's, I don't know, it's just a way of getting like down to earth. Because I feel like if you think too much about like the stage and everything, you take away, like your mind is more focused on the competition than like your routine and stuff. Whereas if you can get the feeling of that you're just in a training, or that you're just doing the things you're always doing, I think that's the stage where you're gonna perform the best. So like your focus should be on your performance and everything, and less on the competition side. Like if you focus too much on it, I think that's a way of getting more stressed than you have to be.
And do you have any kind of routine before competing, or any kind of, I don't know if this is the right word in English, superstition?
I mean, like in general with food, for example, I usually, right before competition, like the competition day, I usually don't eat that much protein. I just try to get a lot of carbs, fast carbs. So I'm really energized before competition. But in general, I don't really have that much of routine. Get some good warm up is also good. So your body doesn't get like a shock, because when you're performing on stage, you're giving 100%. And if you're not warmed up completely, it's like going from 0 to 100 real quick. It's not really that good.
And we talk about pressure on the athlete part with Simon, but how do you handle all the pressure of everything going well as you planned with the competition, Daniel?
I didn't understand it.
How do you handle the pressure of being the organizer of the event, those moments just before it starts and while the event is ongoing, that, as we faced on SWUB some difficulties during the event with the English streaming, for example, that you were there. How do you handle this pressure during the event and the days before?
So I would say like I adapt pretty fast. My mind like, okay, can I fix it now? Is it possible or not? If it's fixable, I'm like, okay, can I do it, or should I just him, boom? Can you fix it now? Try it, do this. I just delegate the stuff to some people, like throw everything away. This is important. Let's do it because this is a problem we need to fix now, and then we can go back to normal. And I think also, let's say I fuck up with the schedules. Let's say we are 10 minutes late, 15. I say it late. Listen, guys, we have 15 minutes late. I'm really sorry. It's really busy, but we will start this and this. I think we'll be in time for the second part of the competition. Just want to make sure that everyone knows about this. And I think not being like, oh, everything is okay, no problem, and just ignoring it. Because then people can't really, no matter if you're watching behind the screen or if you're there live, they can't really relate to like, oh, why are you late? Like, if you say, you know what, I am late, I'm really sorry, we have fucked up, it was not supposed to be like this, but we'll try to make our best. I think that solves a lot of bad vibes, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
And if you, like for me as a host also, I'm like, I try to be with the audience also all the time, like not be like, okay, next thing, we're just like a manufacturer that boom, okay, just go. I try to be with the audience, and I also try to be with the athletes. So before each battle, I would say I talk with them alone. I'm like, hey, listen, enjoy the moment. This is like, sometimes we take this for granted, the big things, the competitions. It's like, oh, it's just a competition. But then in a couple of years, you'll stop competing and you'll be like, damn, that was a great moment in my life, But so I try to get them on earth, like, hey, listen, enjoy. I know you're nervous. I know you want to win. Both of you want to win, but enjoy your battle, do your best. And then the results will be what the results are, So I think that's my way of handling that situation, handling athletes and handling audience as well.
Mm-hmm. Nice. It's, I think, the right way to do it. It's easy to say it, but it's not that easy to do it. Yeah? When you're in the moment, you have to be like cold and analyze everything and have the quick thoughts to perform everything on time and solve every problem that you can face during the competition, which they can be a lot. And how do you remember the SWUB 5, Daniel?
So
besides the problem with the English streaming, that maybe let you enjoy it just fully as someone in the audience, just enjoy the moment. But how do you remember this competition?
So SWUB 5 was great, no matter if the live stream didn't happen as planned, it would be great to be commentating it, as I've been commentating battles before. So it was nice to be like, damn, I would do this live now. And people were excited also, me doing it live and watching it and explaining in my way. But still, like, okay, I could enjoy it. I was talking with Simon, preparing him as I'm coaching him and Molly. I'm, talking with them a little bit more and getting them to be here in the moment, on the stage, focusing, saying, hey, do you think about something, and so on. And the same with Christoph, I'm pretty close with him. I had moments with him for every battle that he went through, where he could have someone to be someone to speak with his thoughts. What do you think? Should I do this? Should I do this? And he just had someone to talk about this with. So it was like, I adapt, if that doesn't happen, I just do this, and SWUB 5 was amazing. That was the first time seeing this live from what I've seen in the videos, and this was even better.
Mm-hmm. For me, I must say that it was really, really special because I follow SWUB for the very first time. I've been watching it live, all the editions, when it was at the beginning on the FEMA, is in Madrid. And this year, to be able to be part of the team and doing the Spanish streaming and everything, it was insane. I just got chills during the whole event, and just watching people like you, Simon, or Daniel Isons or Christoph, just 2 meters in front of me performing. It was insane. It's just another experience from that you can have from the audience, which is incredible. But being just there in the States, it was for me incredible, and that's I have to say thank you for letting letting me to do that, and I hope for you, if there's the chance that you can do the streaming with us, but in English, for the next one, because I think you'll enjoy it a lot, and you with your experience you can perform really well and add an extra of value to the battles for the people that doesn't understand Spanish. Besides, we were just screaming a lot of times, so you don't need to understand Spanish to feel what we felt. But yes, I think it would add some extra value of the battles.
Yeah. I think from what I've learned when it comes to commentating battles from my own perspective, my own channel, is that people get a different perspective of the competition. You know, they start to understand more what the why someone winning, or why this guy was better, why this is important, and why this could have become better in his combo and so on. Because most people, you know, when they're new, also never competed, they like, oh, but he did this crazy, and they got super hyped by this guy. But actually, this guy did a better performance than this guy, even though he had one craziest, 900, let's say swing 900. But this guy did a lot better, in terms of the whole performance. So I think that adds value to the people watching, especially, like say Simon's mom. She loves the sport, like watch him, but she don't understand every move. And when you can explain that a little bit more, they're like, okay, now I see.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true. And also sometimes someone would have like for you a stronger performance, but it doesn't fit exactly with the format of this specific competition. And just to tell the people how the format works and everything, it will help them to understand why this one is going through and this one it isn't. So that's really nice. And well, we can take some of the athletes that are going to compete.
I have some questions about the best of the bars.
Yeah.
How the rules work this year.
So we have 4 judges. So it's power, dynamics, statics, combos, and dynamics. We have a 2-second rule of the statics. It will say that normal 2 seconds. So when you stop, that's the time starts of the static move. We have power dynamics is normal. Everything that needs to be at least full range of motion, called like, let's say, front lever pull up. Should not be just 90 degree with the elbow, should be up to the top, down, a full move. All the static moves, no matter if it's a girl or boy, we don't count, like especially for the girls, like I want to have a standard. We don't count one leg front lever. We don't count everything that is straight with the legs, a horizontal position. We count like straddle and full, we count. But let's say if like most girls like have this habit now of doing 45 degrees straddle front lever, where the legs are up, they're holding and doing a front lever pull up. Everything that is not counted. Everything needs to be straight if they're doing pull motion, let's say, or push. And other than that, combo, it's 3 moves. Needs to be 3 moves at least to be counted as a combo. But it needs to be static and power dynamics, or static and dynamics to be counted as a combination. And we have judges choose one guy, one person, team A, team B. And if it's a replica, like you would say, is then power dynamics and statics get together as one vote only. So then it's combination dynamics and one vote for static and power dynamics. I changed this. We had before we removed the combination, but that was pretty wrong because the one that was strong in statics and power dynamics always won, in that. So here is more about the whole, like, if you're a complete athlete with everything, you will win.
Yes, I think that's true, because you will have one vote for the, let's say, strength, beside its dynamics or static, in strength, power moves or statics, and then 1 point for dynamics and another one for combination. And I think that will work really, really well.
Yeah.
Okay, and how much counts each part? Combination, power dynamics, and statics, and which
Okay,
but how much it counts?
So in SWUB you had 0 to 10 points for each category, right?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, here I see it's super hard to have 0 to 10 points. It's super hard to count, specifically if you want to be fast. If the judge needs to be super fast and give points, they're like, okay, boom, whatever. So I have no points. Here you get directly compared to one and each other. And so either the person write down, or we have a phone recording so they can just look back fast of what the athlete did if they forgot. But it's comparing directly to the athlete. Okay, this static was, let's say, the static judge. This static was, he held better, he did more, whatever. This guy didn't hold, even though he did crazy stuff. So this guy that held the stuff that was mediocre or normal level wins. So it's directly compared in that way. As the system for calisthenics is not fully evolved, it will be hard. I see it's super hard with points. I love what SWUB did, is that you had 50% for push and 50% for pull skills, right?
Yes.
I like that. I like the idea, but I saw that it was hard for the judges to judge super fast. That's the problem with every competition. It's not only, but for every, we want it entertaining for the audience and fast for us to have the schedule. It's hard, so that's why I don't have points.
So the judge choose one of the athletes to win each category.
Yeah, they can win or a draw.
Okay.
So if they say they know, you know what, it was even, whatever, draw. If they
that way, I think that way is the easier for the judges.
Yeah,
it's better.
Yes, and it will work well, because in the end you are facing one in front of the other, so it's just a battle. And if you don't need to compare from other battles, you don't need the points for that. So you can have the points to be like more precise and to have, let's say, arguments for the people when they ask why this would win and everything. You can, let's say, well, because of this I gave these points and take this off because of the execution of everything. But for the efficiency of the competition itself, I think without the points it will go faster and it's easier for the judges.
Yeah, and at least I said to all the judges that are in my competition, I said, you are the judge, you decide who wins, but you need to be able to discuss if someone has a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's them.
Yes.
You need to know, like, I decided for this guy because of this, and just stand beside that. And me as a host, I will stand beside you because I put my trust in you. I will not be, oh, you know what, he should supposed to win. No, I'll be like, I am with the judge no matter what. I've decided to trust this guy so he can decide.
Yeah, but the problem in calisthenics competition, I don't know in your community, but in Spanish speakers community like LATAM and Spain, they are not going to be happy with any judge. it doesn't matter who is he or who is she.
It's true.
They will have some favorite athletes, and if they doesn't go through, they are going to complain, and these are not good enough for big judging and everything. But it's something that we have to understand, and we have to try to change, because I don't know why in all the sports, you know that judges are people and they can just fail sometimes. That they are not thinking on don't let you pass through because it's you. It's like people can be wrong sometimes, and that's it. Sometimes they will be wrong in your favor, and sometimes they will be wrong maybe, but in the opposite way. But I don't know. It's just they would think always like it's some conspiracy and everything, and I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Maybe it's the age. I don't know. I don't know.
Like, also I have had interference with some athletes saying that I should not judge, stuff because I'm not top athlete.
I just don't get that argument.
So I'm like, okay, but I've been in the game. I've seen everything. You've heard me talk. I have showed you my experience, how I judge, everything. But you still say I should not judge. And they're like, yeah, but only top level athletes should judge. So I'm like, okay, so Usain Bolt, the running guy, should be the judging. He should sit on the table and judge people run if they do right or wrong. No, it's not always the athlete that knows how to judge or are good at it. That's the thing also.
Yes.
I'm not really passionate about, calisthenics as just a sport and know everything like analysts. They should be the real judges. They have learned, they have a talk with the craziest athlete, understanding the strength level and everything. And they're like, damn, okay, not here. He did good. This was good. The bop up and so on. They are the real good judges, I would say, in the end. That will be like, I don't care who is up on the stage. I would judge as objective as possible.
Yeah.
But the community itself, I think it's when people speak up about it. I spoke up about it a lot in my YouTube videos, and we have arguments. I have arguments with people, but in them they're like, "Then maybe you're right, maybe you're right that it doesn't need to be licensed or the top to be on the judging table."
The problem with that is if you have the top athletes on the judging table, you don't have them performing. So why would you like to have the top athletes sitting on a chair judging other people? You would like to have them performing, and everyone nowadays, everyone who love calisthenics and follow competitions and everything have practiced calisthenics a lot. Maybe they are not, let's say, gifted, or maybe they don't hard work enough to be at the top, but I'm sure that a lot of people understand the different levels of some skills. If it appears a new skill during a competition, it could be harder because probably they haven't tried it yet. But you can understand, for example, in statics, physics, and you can tell more or less, is this more difficult or it's easier than this other move, and you can more or less place it on a range of points. But it's like, if you want to have, it's the same argument as with the coaches. People want to be the coach, the best athlete, and they should be looking for the coach of this athlete. We don't have this nowadays on calisthenics that much, but if I'm going to look for a coach, I'm going to look for the coach who's coaching the best, not the best itself. I think that's the smart move.
You should look for the fat guy in the corner.
Yes.
Athlete, that's the coach.
Yes, that is. And how do you, what are your thoughts on this, Simon?
With coaching and everything?
More with the judges. Yes.
I definitely feel like if you have top athletes, they probably have a lot of knowledge. But in the end of the day, it's all about the knowledge that a judge should have. And that's also why, let's say you have a top athlete and then in 10 years they start to judge, they would probably be pretty damn good at it. But the same goes, let's say you never had a top athlete, but you have had someone that's really into the sport and that's been training, looking at the sport evolve for 10 years as well, but never been at a high level. That, in my opinion, is also like a good judge, because they have like the overview that's required. And also I feel like if the judges aren't athletes, it's also easier not to like get mad at them. I don't know. I feel like sometimes in competitions, if you have judges that are athletes, then you also have like, they are always gonna have some connection to the people competing. But if you never have like, they are never in the same team or something like that, like the judge is separate from the athlete part, it's sort of a different section. And I feel like it's also would look more professional, and be like
probably. If the judges are known as athletes, if the audience is not happy with the decision, they will go for them.
Yeah.
But if they don't, if the judges are just people like, for example, me or Javi, they would go for the organization because they haven't had judges, like proper judges, you know? It's like you're changing the target of your accusations. Yes, I say that. I'd say the main thing that a good judge would have, beside the knowledge of the discipline, is he has to be capable, or he has to be the best analyzing it.
Yeah.
Because if you can be the best athlete that you want to be, but if you're not good at analyzing stuff, you're not going to be a good judge. It doesn't matter how good you are.
Yeah, and as long as they can defend their answer, because most people are arguing, the first opinion is like, let's say I'm looking at a competition, I'm voting for a person. If they go out, some people don't even like analyze themselves. They just know that they should have won. And at that stage, if the judge is professional and can argue for why they made a decision, they will probably convince the people just saying it's wrong, because from their side, they don't have any argument. It's just, it's wrong. So as long as they can defend that, it's pretty good. But I would also say like in the state where the sport is right now, we don't really have a category of different judges. At the moment, we just have the high performance athletes. They've been on different competitions judging, and some people that really like to judge. Some judges are also known, and stuff like that. So at the moment, I think having the people we have right now is the best we got. But in the future, having separate judges for the system would probably be even better.
Good.
It's like, and the thing I'm thinking is, if someone needed to choose between, let's say me and Daniel Christoph as a judge, they would say directly Daniel Christoph, just because of the title, like he's the best. I'm not saying he's not good judge, whatever, like, but just because of the title of who he is in the world, you know, as he is the world champion, the best in the world. But maybe I'm the best at analyzing for the competition. You never know. But people would never see in that sense. Like Simon said, that we rather choose the best that we have seen on social media, winning competition and so on, instead of finding these nerds that love the sport and then can sit there and be like, they don't care who it is up there. They will just analyze, boom, give it points, and there.
Also, at the moment, the sport is also in a state where all competitions are almost different judging systems, which is pretty hard, because then no judge is getting comfortable. Other sports, they have like one judge. If they've been in the game for like 5 years, they're gonna be pretty damn good at what they're doing. In this sport, if you look back 5 years, it was a complete different system. So every competition is almost a bit different, which is also hard. So then you need the judges to be pretty flexible and adapt. And then they really need to know their thing, because they can't just follow the system. They gotta improvise almost on the spot on how they're gonna judge them.
That's true as well. Yes. And Also, I just lost my point. I don't know what I was thinking.
You're so shocked by the answers.
Yes.
And the new
Yes.
skills. This sport is known for like every comp there's someone doing something new. How do you like judge that? Of course, no one else can do it, so it should be rated high. But maybe it's just super unique that no one thought about it. But maybe physically not that hard. It's also pretty hard to put a point on.
Yes, yes, I just remember what I wanted to say, and I think some athletes doesn't help judges because despite you can be, let's say, unhappy with the decision, I think as an athlete you have to take it. Maybe you can talk with the judges and hear their explanations, but don't make a scene. Don't tell people this was in Spanish we say tongo. This was let's say like they want me to lose for some reason, and it's like
Really?
I don't get it. I think it's going with the age because some of the calisthenics athletes are really, really young, and you will probably learn from other sports this with older people. But here in calisthenics as well, we taught ourselves everything that we don't have really close figures that are older than us sometimes. And it's kind of difficult to learn this by yourself and to give your head cold and to think twice before acting. And I really think that it really hurts the sport because if you are a well-known athlete and you say these kind of things, you're going to get a lot of audience behind you saying this kind of stuff, and everything got. I don't like the environment when this happened.
I agree with you. And then also for those who organize, if they had people like that hating on them, so much energy you put into SWUB. Imagine like when you get the hate storm of small shitty stuff, you're like,
yes,
okay, I just killed my life for 2 months for this competition, but okay, let's argue about that. We don't want you to win. Okay.
Yes, it's like I just at some point I thought it's like no one accept their losses. It's like they always lose because the judges or because of the format or because anything else but themselves or the battle. I thought to myself like, why is this happening in calisthenics? Because it's something that I see it specifically in this sport because maybe because it's not that well developed on the judging part, because what Simon just said before, and we don't have that judge figure, and it's well respected for being a judge, not for being an athlete who is judging.
Yeah.
And I think we'll get that. We'll get there in a few years, but right now it's like I don't know. I just don't like it. Maybe I'm older. I'm older now.
I agree with you. I agree with you fully. But it's often the young guys. Simon's age. I'm 29. I'm old now. But it's the young guys with a lot of energy. This is their life. This is the only thing they live for. And how can I lose with the thing I put all every time of my life to? It's impossible. I can't lose. And they can't accept it. But those who are the best, they just shut up.
Yes.
They go home. They work. And they come back and crush it.
Yes, that's it. And at least if you're going to complain, at least watch your performance first.
Yeah.
Because sometimes arguing with the judges without having without seeing the performance on video, because sometimes you think your planche is perfect and it's not that perfect, because some days you're not that precise doing the skills. And who knows, you could have a bad round and you thought you were perfect and you weren't. So I don't know. We have to work on that as a community, I think, and mainly on the part from the athletes, because if with that environment from the audience, but with the opposite environment from the athletes, like let's say we have to respect the judges, it was the decision. I'm maybe not happy with the decision, but I have to respect them and their decisions. A lot of hate would go down.
Yeah.
Because it's your favorite athlete who's saying this to you. It's not someone else, you know?
Yeah.
So I think we will get there in a few years, but yes, I hope it's sooner, even sooner.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Because for people like you, hosting competition is a headache. It's really hard.
I'm this guy. I don't care. Like really, if I know that nothing is wrong, I'm like, you know what? If you're not happy, you're not welcome. You don't need to come. No one has forced you.
Yes.
You know, and there's other people that want to enjoy their show, their performance. I give their time to shine. If they are happy, they have done their best, and they watch their competition, like you said, their battles, and improve. They come back the next year. They know that can be better. Boom. I would love to have them more than someone that is dramatic and coming and be like, if I don't win, you know, so I'm the best in the world. I don't care. Like, who was such an athlete?
Yes,
Like,
that's true.
It's impossible to have them there and try to, you know, make them have their best competition ever when they are not happy. The only thing they need to do is win. If they don't win, everything sucks. So
man, I get that the main goal is to win because you're competing, but you have to, let's say, open to lose. You have to be ready to lose and know how to lose properly.
Yeah, because the other guy is also there to win.
Yes,
he's better.
Yes, it's better, and then from what I saw between the athletes, there was like perfect environment. There were a nice vibe. And how are you? It's like you don't take serious your teammate win because you're saying that he doesn't deserve it. So I don't know. It's what it is.
And also, you know, the friends and people around you that support you sometimes, you know, they're like, yeah, you should have won, you know. But even though you should have, I told Simon, like, sometimes when he's fucked up in the competition, I'm like, Simon, yeah, you didn't win this because this. I know you can do better. I know you're in and out from everything you can do, but this time it wasn't your time to shine. You know, you didn't do your best, and that's okay. You know, just up. We go training. You get better and better for next time, and you're gonna smash it. You're gonna eat them. You know. But some people are not even honest with the friends. You know, you know what? They're like, you don't need even to improve. You are already the best. I don't understand why you didn't win. You know, but. That's not the true. You know, I'm super honest with these, like with Simon and Marlon. You know, this is not good. This needs to improve. Boom, and then you'll kill it. You know, you will win.
Yes, and that's the people that you would like to have around when you're competing, because you don't want to have a fan giving to you the advices.
Yeah.
You want to have someone who's close to you, who knows you really well, but who is hard on you when he has to be, you know, and that's going to make the difference, because you're going to evolve in another completely level than other people who are always listening that you're the best and you're the best and you're the best. You're going to be stuck and you're not going to evolve. So, Javi, you've been quiet for a while.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, I don't need to speak English.
I was here in gold, but I don't want to talk because of my English. But I understand all. I have prepared, Rodri,
Yes.
your Instagram, the Instagram of Best of the Bars. If you want to see the athletes that
Yes.
lo pongo.
Sí, dale. Yes, let's go to reacts for some of the athletes. I like this streaming or podcast, let's say, or this chat with you a lot because it was so natural how we went through the conversation and went on the judging part and everything and all the audience and athletes. I really like these kind of conversations because it's natural. It's like for people just talking about calisthenics, you know.
Ok. ¿Qué hacemos, Rodri? ¿Ponemos los atletas?
Sí.
Lower down. Yeah.
Here.
Oh, what? What's that?
I think I know this guy.
The design is very pretty. I love it.
Thank you.
Yes, the design is really cool.
Ismael is a beast.
Yeah,
Yes.
really good. Like he has become a really hybrid athlete as well. Ivan is an underdog. Like when he competed in Beast of the Bars last year, and when I saw him SWUB, I was like, damn, he has evolved so much.
Yes.
Yes.
Paul's the OG.
Best fight
Well,
for
enough.
the game.
And Radoslav, yeah.
I love the style of Radoslav.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eli, crazy.
I don't know who is Eli.
Fraser, crazy dynamics.
Oh, I love it.
Thomas from France or Belgium, Leah's boyfriend. Really good, also a hybrid athlete.
Yarin.
Yarin.
Yeah.
Yarincito.
Okay, let's go. I want to see the judges.
Oh.
I love.
Oh, he's coming to
I love.
compete. I didn't know that.
Yes, so
Power.
Adrien
yes.
on the SWUB.
Sam is from Finland, a young guy, 19, also have evolved a lot.
Yeah.
Yannick he's a gymnast and calisthenic guy, so he has some pretty unique moves, which is cool. Roman is the dynamic.
We didn't know.
Oh, man.
Julian, also been in the game long, static guy. Georg, up and coming, not competed for a long time, but he has he's solid in competition, so he's pretty solid combos. Ram is also another Israeli that's super. You know, all these Israelis, they're crazy when it comes to calisthenics. So yeah.
So Simon, what do you think about the? Oh, Daniels as well.
Yes.
Yeah, Michael.
Ay.
We have to take a look at the flights, Javi.
It's like I'm coming.
I don't have time, neither I have money, but I have to get that money to go.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
Patrick is Polish. He's become so good. Like from last year, he evolved a lot. So I'm expecting a lot from this guy.
Stefan.
Unfortunately, he's injured now, so he will not be doing statics but dynamics.
Oh, cool. So he's still competing, but only doing dynamics.
Yeah, yeah.
Respect that is still coming.
Yes.
Jai, he's become a freaking insane strong man. Like static wise, he would be doing some crazy stuff.
Goku.
Yes, we have this dynamic. He loves dynamics and whatever. Like he does 700 to 540 to 700. Like it's just like Roman and Eli.
Yeah.
Thomas, he won. We had intermediate and alien category, so 2 categories. He won the intermediate, so he got a place in the alien category directly. Damian was the world champion 2021, right? He became the world champion in the WSWCF, but he's also big guy, heavyweight, doing good combos.
Yes.
Jonathan Young, he jumped out from the competition.
Oh, sad.
Okay, you have the best.
Beast Wars, yes, this is strength endurance, so reps and sets. Also, we have reps and sets.
Nice.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yep.
Do you plan to include strength lifting too, or maybe power free or another type of competitions?
No, it's too much. Too much ladding, equipments, and no.
Judging as well.
Yeah, judging is, you know how much stuff it needs to get prepared. And no, like I do strength endurance, this competition, as people can relate to this type of competitions, a bit more new people, so to say. It's not as hyped as the freestyle, but people can relate and be like, damn, they look good. They do all the strength stuff. I can do this. I can do pull-ups. I can do dips. I can do muscle up, you know. So this inspires a lot of people. And it also looks, you know, it's the OG, you know, this is the base of calisthenics in sense.
And I really think that it's the part of calisthenics that can go mainstream.
Yeah.
Because the same happened with CrossFit, because all the people watch a competition and said like, I think I can do this. And when they join to a box, they started to do the same moves that they perform on competitions. So I think that would be the part of calisthenics that can be mainstream. Is it gets the attention that it should. It's normal sets and reps, or it's with added weights?
It's added weight, it's routines. So it's 1 versus 1. So it's I didn't want to be like one is going up doing a routine. It's 1 versus 1. Like, you remember Strength Wars on YouTube?
Yes. That was insane. I love that.
Yeah. Imagine if Strength Wars did it in real life, like in live, doing live stream and stuff. That would go crazy, you know.
Yeah.
But this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to have this type of 1 versus 1, and this routines like, let's say they need to do 10 muscle ups, go to 30 dips, and then maybe they need to do muscle up again, 5 muscle up with 5 kilos, and then pull up, you know, a specific routine added with weights and without weights.
Nice.
Okay, we're going to see all the athletes because...
Yeah, the first one is, I think, Urus is super strong. The first one, Bruno, is one that I was shocked that these people found the competition, you know, overall. But so we have Bruno, super strong. Looks like, you know, Stipke.
Yes.
And then Jacob, Urus, and Nikolai, yes. And Casper. So it's a little bit different sizes. And then there's another 6 more athletes.
And
Max True, he won last year, so he's coming back. Also like a super strong Finn, I think, from Norway, super strong. And Ivan also, and
Ali,
he jumped out. Emil, Swedish guy, and Lauri. So
it's weird because they are all real different body types.
So this is also interesting in the strength endurance. You know, there's so many different, like, it should be weighted in the sense but it's so hard to organize this type of stuff. So I have one open category, but it makes it interesting because some will be super strong in some parts of the routine and some will be weaker, you know. So they might be first, and then the other one comes in and, you know, is get into a real battle.
And now the female category.
Yes. So we have
Alicia.
We have Hangin, of course. Marie. We have Sarah. We have Leah. Julia, Polish.
I don't know who is this girl.
She does full front, I think. actually.
Oh,
Uh,
Adrienne.
yes, Adrian, Agatha,
Path.
and Emily, and one more, and Alicia from Sweden.
Very well. And now, do you have the judges?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Now, should I reveal them here in the live?
If you want, is your time. If you want it.
It's okay. I can reveal them for you guys. Okay. So the first one, the first judge, is like we have Dejan and Saibov is for those who are on the Instagram, but they are for the straight endurance. I announced them already. So they will be judging that. But we have for the statics, we have Viktor Kamenov.
Oh, the legend.
Yes, so he's coming to judge. For dynamics, we have a guy from Germany. I don't know if you know him, but his name is Mika. He's organizing a lot of events in Austria. Wait, yeah. Also, like super objective guy. I like his way of judging, so I'm happy to have him there. And then
Which category?
he's the dynamics.
Oh, dynamics. Okay.
And then we have for combos, the hardest category, I would say.
Yes, always the hard one.
We actually have, after speaking with this guy, and I know he's really objective, is Dani Christoph.
Man,
Yeah.
that's really nice.
I have done some judging with him when it comes to like watching, analyzing, and he's really objective and detailed. So it was nice that he wanted, because he took a break from competing, and I asked him because I know how he judge. I said, you would be a good judge, you know. So he said, yeah, I would love that. But it's like, you listen, I'm not only gonna judge, I'm gonna do the craziest performance in my life on your stage. I'm like, okay. And then last but not least, the power dynamics, which was so hard to decide and find. But after speaking and messaging, we have Livan.
Nice, really nice.
Very nice.
So
What a team.
Yeah, it was a great team. So it will be, it's nice. So now I've announced it here first.
Yes, we have a clip right now.
But I think these judges, I know Viktor Kamenov from the last year, and I love how he judged. He's super strict and follow the rules, and objective, and he don't care so much what people think. And I really admire that. That's why I wanted him back again, and he takes his job seriously.
Yes, that's true.
So see you in Sweden.
In Stockholm.
Yes, my God, right now I need to take those flights. Oh,
He's like, he's like, what? Wait, are we live and checking flights right now?
yes, it's like I knew the list was wild, but I didn't knew that all the names, and the list is, you have a really hard job, Simon, there.
Yep.
And now,
And then you can have your revenge against Daniels as well.
yeah, maybe I'm gonna land my doubles.
Yes. I would love to see that battle. Maybe in a final.
That would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
You already enjoyed your first battle with Daniel, so this one you can go for it. It's like, I enjoyed the first, now it's the time to win.
Yeah, exactly. The first one was for joy warm up, and now it's time to actually show them what I got.
Nice. And because you also compete on street lifting as well, Simon, and how do you mix the workouts, or for street lifting you just go and perform? You don't have
I don't recommend this to other people because it's kind of stupid, but I just go on and perform. I think it's due to my size. When I train calisthenics like planche and freestyle and everything, my body gets super strong. I get strong related to my body weight, but then that also means I get super strong. So like in dips, I never trained dips, but dip like 125 kg. And
Did you hear, right? Did you hear? He never trains dip, and I can confirm this with my life.
the only time you see me doing dips is for motivational videos on Instagram, but that is like unweighted as well, almost. And then chin up as well, never trained for it. Did I think 80 kg.
I have a story for you guys. I have a story with the chin up with this guy. You know, I'm there coaching him, like, okay, we just talked because he wanted to compete in the 1 rep max for fun. It's like he's always doing pull-ups before with weights, you know, tried it. So he did it. He's like, damn, it's the 80 kilos feels so heavy with the pull-ups. He did 2 tries, he failed. And some guy, he comes by, he said, Simon, why don't you, because they could choose chin-ups or pull-ups. He's like, why don't you do chin-ups? He's like, I never tried it in my life. You know, they're like, but it's much easier. You know, he's like, and he talked to me. He's like, should I try? I'm like, yeah, why not? You have nothing to lose. Just go for it. He goes, he puts the 80 kilos, he pulls up, he goes down. He looks at me like this. I'm like, what is the problem? He says something like, I don't hear him. He comes to me, he's like, bro, why was that too easy? I'm like, what the fuck?
with 80 kilos, you know? My God.
But it's weird how you get so strong from not training it at all. But I do think it's due to my size. Since I'm so big and I get a lot of strength, then when I put weights in relation to my weight, it's beneficial for me.
What did you do in muscle ups?
30, I don't know if it was 35. I think 35.
Insane. Because you already weighed a lot. I mean, you're not a skinny guy, so you have to do the muscle up with your weight and with extra 35.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of go both ways, because when you add weight to your body, the percentage of the weight that you add is less than if you are skinnier, let's say, or smaller. But you also have to move more weight.
Yeah, I think it's a fine margin, because you also have some of the people competing, they are way bigger and they take like a lot of more weights in squats.
Yes,
but
I was wondering about that.
They can do like 5 kg, maybe maximum 10 in muscle up. And in dips, they are pretty decent. And then in pull-ups, a little bit lower as well, due to the size. So I think there's like a perfect weight for it. And to be honest, I think I'm pretty close to that perfect weight. Maybe 90 kg in my height. Because if I did train legs for a while, I think I could increase my squats way more. But then again, I wouldn't like to compete full time 1 rep max. Freestyle is what I really enjoy training.
But maybe
if you did legs, will also increase your weight a lot. Yeah. Imagine your legs becoming as big as your arms.
Yes, that would add a lot of difficulty to your planches and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
And but maybe once you've done with freestyle, you can move to lifting.
Definitely, I actually thought about that, because like freestyle takes a lot on your joints and everything, and I think to a certain degree you're, I don't know, gonna be finished with it after a while. But reps and sets and 1 rep max and stuff, I think that you can do for a really long time. Especially when you start focusing. Like freestyle now is more towards like skill based and everything, and I like barely care about how my body looks, so I never train legs because of aesthetics and stuff like that. But in a few years I do want to train legs as well, just for the looks and for the health as well, to be all around fit. And then street lifting is pretty good sport to do.
Yes, I really like street lifting as well. I don't do it, but it's like I've never done anything until these last 2 years that I've been focusing more on statics. But before that, I was doing basics like sets and reps, also a little bit of statics, also a little bit of street lifting, and I did everything, but I wasn't good at anything at the end, because if you want to cover all, you won't be really good at something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just love. If I could, I would practice calisthenics, because right now is the sport that I love the most. I also keep would be playing football, because I don't play football anymore, but I would play football. I do for example boxing or kickboxing, which I love as well, martial arts. But I just don't have time, and that's the problem. Do you like other sports? Have you practiced other sports before calisthenics?
A lot of swimming in my younger years, and still enjoy swimming, but I don't do it that much anymore. I still like in the body. If I do swim, I still got a feeling for it, and pretty fast. I love being like underwater and stuff. I did some videos this summer, just doing some calisthenics underwater as well.
Yes.
I still love the water, because that's where I spent most of my time for like 11 years.
Nice. I would never say that. I don't know why, but I haven't seen you in. I haven't imagined you like practicing another sport and less swimming. I don't know why.
Yeah. Most people, of course, assume I did gymnastics.
Yes.
When they ask. I think swimming also gave me a pretty good foundation. It's a lot of, lats activation, full body control, also pretty intense workouts. So your body gets pretty used to. We trained, I think, like 5 to 6 times each week. So already in a pretty early age, I got really used to this destroying the body, recover, destroying the recover.
Yes.
And also the mentality part. Like now when I think back on it, swimming in the same pole, like
yes,
forwards and back the same distance day in, day out. I mean,
and it has to be really, really hard mentally, because for example, when I don't really like running, but when I do it, it's like really hard mentally, but it's nothing compared with swimming, because swimming, you are on water and you have to take out your head to breathe, and you're involving the whole body, not only your legs. So it's like exhausting, and it has to be really, really hard mentally.
Yeah. And also you spend like so much time to just be on a competition to maybe swim like half a second faster than you did 1 year ago. So those small margins, like you train so much for that little in return. I think that also builds a lot of mentality, because to some degree it's insanity, but it's the sport.
And finally, before we close the streaming, how are you doing with your social media? Because you are doing a lot of content on YouTube and in Instagram, both of you. How are you doing with calisthenics and creating content on social media, social networks?
Me or Daniel first?
Who wanna takes first.
Simon, you can take the lead.
All right. Well, like, I think for the last 2 years, I've been putting way more effort into social media. It started off as just showing my skills and stuff. Then it became more of a lifestyle, because I feel like creating content to some degree is to show off some like part of your athletic side. But for me now, it's also like it keeps me really motivated for the sport. I really enjoy being creative, think about ideas. Sometimes when I land a combo, sometimes it's because I want to have it in competition, but sometimes I want to learn something because I want to be able to post it maybe, or do something creative with it. And I think it just opens up a broader part of the sport. And especially just being this super creative all the time. I really enjoy that. And then, of course, when you like grow on social media, you also have the capabilities of, getting incomes and stuff like that. And it allows you to pursue this sport even further. So the goal is definitely to be able to just live from the sport, and then you can literally focus more on being on competitions, going on events, doing like even more things within the sport. And I think that's the most beneficial part with it.
Mm-hmm. And when did you notice that you were relevant on social media?
A while back. I mean, it was Daniel who forced me to start. I was really against it in the beginning because I felt like it was going to be super stressful. Because when you don't understand content, and when I didn't do social media, I saw it as a job. So it was really like, oh, how does these people post like almost every day? How can it not be stressful for them? But when you get into it and you start it's almost as simple as just recording what you either way would have done, just recording your training. Then you take it to the next level and you maybe add some like speaking to it as well, make some interactions. And then you evolve from it and make it really fun to do. And that part, when I started to see it as a really fun thing and opportunities grow within it, that's when I started posting a lot. And I never seen it as a really hard thing to do. For me, it's just like naturally, I really love doing it as well. And then Daniel, of course, he taught me a lot about like what do you think about when you post reels? Like, how do you grab attention? How do you make like songs, edits, all of those file like things? Then of course, some things I figured out on my own. When you grow like your platform, you will start to see like which sort of videos do people like. How do you get attention from people that have never seen you before? So when I started, for example, I really wanted to do these edits where I put chalk on my hands, me walking in slow motion, jumping up to the bar. And those ones are great for the people that know who you are. But if you have someone that had never seen your face before, they're going to scroll right by. So a lot of things I've learned is like how to grab people's attention without them knowing who you are. And then you're still able to like show off your skills and everything. You just really need to capture everyone in the beginning. And then now I don't know, I feel like I've figured it out, at least for Instagram. And every day, like if I can't sleep, it's because I'm thinking about content ideas. And yeah, I don't know, it's really a lifestyle right now. I really enjoy.
Nice, very nice. And you, Daniel?
I'm like a proud father hearing this from Simon. It's fun. It's nice to hear Simon talk about this, as he started like, it was like we started August last year, you know, we're really pushing it for real with him. Everything from, you know, how to, like you said, edit and stuff, small stuff. Now the student has become the master.
I would say. That was probably the biggest day in my life. It was when he like wrote to me, yeah, the student has become the master. Because back in the days, I always I edited my reels and I sent them to him for approval. And, you know, he's honest with me. So like for half a year, he never said anything good. He said like, he started sentence with, it's pretty good, but you should change this. And he did that for half a year. And, I mean, it made me improve because I took it as a compliment as well. Like, or I really appreciated him being honest and helping me. And then the day came where he actually said that I had become better at creating those types of videos. And
yeah, like right now, I can say he's better and more creative than I am. He's more into the game. And I could not, like, it's small stuff that I said some different type of content I can give ideas, but what he's doing now is crushing it. You know, I think it's the fastest growing calisthenic athlete right now. And it proves the point that he has found a way to entertain people in his way.
Yes, and you could read some brands that are like far from calisthenics. For example, Gymshark, no?
Yeah. I actually
more into fitness, but not in calisthenics.
Yeah. I have a test period of 3 months with them. And that's why now I've been focusing a lot of content towards it. because Gymshark as well, it's a bigger brand. It opens up a lot of opportunities as well. So I feel like I really want to put my effort there. And yeah, like I said, at this point, I really enjoy making content and everything. Some people probably think I get stressed from it. Yeah, that's the thing. But I do have people thinking I work super hard with it. But for me, it comes so natural. Like I genuinely enjoy when I see it's raining outside. My brain, the first thing it's thinking is I should be inside making movies. It's how do I protect my camera and get out in the rain and make a motivational movie?
Yes, yes, that's true. So maybe with Gymshark, I would love to see a crossover with Nile Wilson. I don't know if you know him,
yeah, I know.
but I would love to see a video with you and Nile Wilson.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but it would be amazing.
Yeah, so like I said, those bigger brands opens up a lot of opportunities and new platforms as well. Since this sport is so small, I think it's nice to at least start getting into those bigger like fitness brands and stuff, get more known to people.
Also, for like if Simon, a person like that, gets a deal with such a brand, it opens up opportunities for all calisthenic athletes. It opens up the eyes for the sport. When he goes to SWUB, his sponsor Gymshark will be watching. They will have an eye on him and seeing them. Wait, this is good. This is crazy. And that gives opportunity both for SWUB, the athletes, and it's a ripple effect. Like you put a drop of water in a pool, boom, it just rains all over the place.
Yes, that's true. So nice. We've been here for an hour and a half. I think it's time to have dinner, at least for me.
Yeah. Is it like 11 in Spain as well?
Yes, 11, 11:15 right now. But I don't know. It was the time just went so fast during the podcast. I don't know why. I just enjoyed the time with you guys and all the conversation talking about everything. We even mentioned Nile Wilson and Dimsa.
Yeah.
So if you want to say something else for the people, for me at least, not my last words today, but I would like to thank you for being here with us. I just want to say to you best luck for being the host, for you, Daniel, and also for the competition, Simon. You have a pretty tough journey in this competition, and I really hope to see you again on Sub-6, and that would mean that you've won the competition, because I really think that you can break the stage this year, because I think you have evolved a lot, and you have almost 7 months more even for the SWUB. So I really think that you can smash the competition, and having a heavyweight like you, it's impressive what you do. Not only studies but on dynamics as well. It brings the competition to another level. And Daniel, I really hope to have you here in the Sub-6, being my teamwork, just in the streaming as well. So if you have any words for the people, any final message?
I hope people enjoyed hearing us talk about all different kind of stuff. And now, guys, now you know the athletes who are coming to Beast of the Bars. You guys, you need to check your tickets, right?
Yes, yes, that's true. We have to take our flights as well.
Yeah, I'll be happy to have you guys. Everyone that wants to come, and I wanted Beast of the Bars also to be a place where people come and enjoy, build memories, and have the blasting time. Thinking about going back and thinking, damn, that was a fun event. I want to go back, and only have that in their heart. So yeah, you're more than welcome to college.
Thank you. So, people, I would say this first in English and then in Spanish to close this up. Thank you for being here with us, people in the chat. Just to remind you that we will be live again the next Wednesday at the same hour. 9:30 on Twitch, SWUB_Team Bioko. And also we will post this on YouTube and Spotify. So follow us on other social media and so you don't lose anything. And we'll have also a new article every Wednesday at 2:30 in our Spanish time zone on our website. So go follow us on every social network and social media. So we will keep you updated with any news related to calisthenics and fitness. Now in Spanish. Gracias por haber estado aquí con nosotros. Y nada, ya sabéis que como cada miércoles, el próximo miércoles estaremos en directo a las 9:30 en Twitch, en el canal de Twitch, en SWUB_Team Bioko. También subiremos el contenido a YouTube. Si nos estás viendo desde YouTube, deja tu like, tu comentario, qué te ha parecido este podcast, quién crees que ganará las Beast of the Bus. Y nada, también en Spotify deja tu puntuación para el podcast, que nos ayudará a crecer también. Y como ya he dicho antes al principio, todos los miércoles a las 2:30 hay un nuevo artículo en la web. So that's all, guys. Thank you for being here once more, Simon, Daniel. Hope to see you soon. Maybe at the Beast of the Bus. Let's
Hope so.
Let's hope for that. And it was really, really a nice time having you here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bye, people. See you next Wednesday at same hour. Nos vemos el próximo miércoles a la misma hora, 9:30. Chao. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you soon.